Every night at 10:30, a single window came alive, not bright enough to steal the dark, just enough to tell me someone else was still awake. I never knew your favorite color, never learned your last name. We lived 8 feet apart for almost 7 years, separated by 2 walls and 1,000 unsaid words. Funny how strangers can become part of your life without ever walking into it. Leave that light on just a little longer. It tells this lonely city somebody made it home. Leave that light on. I don't need to know your story. Some hearts save each other without ever touching. Leave that light on tonight. One December morning, the curtain stayed closed. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, by Friday the hallway sounded different. Even the elevator forgot its usual song. A week later, someone new carried boxes upstairs, painted the walls, changed the mailbox, laughed louder, lived younger, and never knew they'd moved into someone else's memories. Some people change your life without ever knowing they did. Leave that light on just a little longer. It tells this lonely city somebody made it home. Leave that light on. I don't need to know your story. Some hearts save each other without ever touching. Leave that light on tonight. Oh, now every evening I catch myself looking up, not because you're there, because hope still remembers which window used to shine. Leave that light on for somebody out there, someone driving home thinking nobody would notice if they disappeared. Leave that light on. Maybe that's enough. Maybe being seen isn't always about meeting. Maybe it's just knowing someone else is awake under the same night. clean, like he could erase where I've already been. Outside the rain rehearsed the fall, soft enough to haunt these brick-walled halls. Blue neon trembled on the window pane, looking like hope trying to spell my name. I came for a drink, I stayed for the ache. Some habits aren't choices, they're the shape we take. Every goodbye leaves a different stain, but they all wash up in the rain. That's when the bottle learned my name, not to numb the hurt, just to keep it tame. It never lied, never promised a dawn. It simply listened while the night moved on. The blues kept breathing through every flame, turning every loss into a refrain. I didn't choose the dark the same. That's when the bottle learned my name. The guitar spoke with a weathered grin, like an old friend who'd seen where I've been. Each bent string carried another year, every note saying what I couldn't hear. The city's heartbeat slowed to a crawl, echoing footsteps through an empty hall. Some people pray when the sky turns gray. I just keep singing until it fades away. The night wears truth without disguise. You can't fool silence with alibis. That's when the bottle learned my name, not to numb the hurt, just to keep it tame. It never lied, never promised the dawn. It simply listened while the night moved on. The blues kept breathing through every flame, turning every loss into a refrain. I didn't choose the dark the same. That's when the bottle learned my name. One day these streets will forget my shoes, but they'll remember the sound of these blues. Not every broken thing wants to mend. Some become songs before they end. If sorrow has a sacred place, it's somewhere music leaves its trace. That's when the bottle learned my name, holding every memory without the blame. The rain kept falling like an old slow choir, feeding the glow of a dying fire. If love was a train, I missed the last one. Still I keep walking before the sun, with one more chord, one more pouring rain. The bottle still remembers my name. The bottle still remembers my name. There's a corner where the silence drinks, where every heartbeat pauses just to think. The pavement shines with yesterday's rain, holding reflections that whisper your name. A jukebox breeze, an old forgotten tune, slow enough to bargain with the moon. I light another match against the cold, watching little suns grow tired and old. Some roads don't lead you anywhere, they simply teach you how to bear. You're the last neon burning in my night, the final color fading out of sight. Every glass I raise still finds your face, floating through the smoke I can't erase. Love didn't leave with a slamming door, it disappeared one quiet breath at a time. Now every mile, every lonely turning ends beneath the last neon burning. The bartender already knows my hands, they've carried too much time to make demands. Outside the thunder rolls without a sound, like heaven forgot where mercy's found. My coat smells of rain and no regret, of promises neither of us could forget. Even the wind slows down tonight, as if it's listening for what we couldn't make right. Some memories don't ask to stay, they simply never fade away. You're the last neon burning in my night, the final color fading out of sight. Every glass I raise still finds your face, floating through the smoke I can't erase. Love didn't leave with a slamming door, it disappeared one quiet breath at a time. Now every mile, every lonely turning ends beneath the last neon burning. If tomorrow calls my name, it'll find the same old flame, still singing low where shadows meet, where broken hearts and blues compete. Some men chase the morning sun, I stay where midnight isn't done. The only star the city couldn't hide, Mm. Mm. The clock above the register had been 10 minutes slow for years. Nobody complained. Oh, Mr. Carter read yesterday's newspaper like tomorrow had already disappointed him. A waitress hummed while drying coffee cups, never loud enough to become a song, just enough to make the silence feel less empty. That's where I met you, not with fireworks, not with fate, just two strangers sharing a booth too small for everything life was about to hand us. Nobody tells you the best days of your life look ordinary while they're happening. Give me 5 more minutes, that's all I'm asking. 5 more minutes before the lights come on. 5 more minutes to hear you laugh like the whole world still had forever left. Don't make goodbye the loudest word we know. Give me 5 more minutes and I'll call that a lifetime. Years later, the diner closed, the jukebox disappeared. The pie was never that good anyway. But every time I pass that empty building, I slow down, not because I'm hoping you'll be there, because a part of me still is funny. Love doesn't always leave fingerprints. Sometimes it leaves directions. If memories had voices that sound quieter than regret, but they'd stay longer. Give me 5 more minutes, that's all I'm asking. 5 more minutes before the lights come on. 5 more minutes to hear you laugh like the whole world still had forever left. Don't make goodbye the loudest word we know. Give me 5 more minutes and I'll call that a lifetime. We spend our lives saving things for someday. The good bottle, the long drive, the honest conversation. Then one afternoon, someday quietly becomes yesterday. Give me 5 more minutes, not to change the ending, just to notice how beautiful it was. 5 more minutes to memorize your eyes, to thank ordinary days for pretending they'd never end. Give me 5 more minutes, and if heaven is listening, don't stop the clock yet. keeps perfect time on a rusted sign, like a slow confession keeping pace with mine. Blue neon bleeds across the broken street, turning every goodbye bittersweet. My boots remember every crack in this town, every place I laughed before the lights went down. There's a glass half full and a soul half gone, trying to make peace with the coming dawn. The night don't judge, it only stays long enough to count your yesterday. Smoke knows my secrets better than I do. He climbs to the ceiling, carrying pieces of you. Every sip tastes like words unsaid, every note keeps the living with the dead. If the truth had to face it, wear these scars, sleeping beneath forgotten stars. When the whole world fades to shades of blue, smoke knows my secrets better than I do. The guitar leans into every aching line, like it borrowed all its sorrow from mine. Taxi lights drift through the pouring rain, like distant hope that missed my train. A photograph bends inside my coat, soft as a prayer no one ever wrote. The city's heartbeat grows thin and slow, still chasing places I can't let go. Some fires fade without a sound, the ashes still hang around. Smoke knows my secrets better than I do. He climbs to the ceiling, carrying pieces of you. Every sip tastes like words unsaid, every note keeps the living with the dead. If the truth had to face it, wear these scars, sleeping beneath forgotten stars. When the whole world fades to shades of blue, smoke knows my secrets better than I do. The moon hangs low like an old brass bell, ringing for the stories we never tell. Maybe healing isn't leaving the pain behind, maybe it's learning a different kind of time. So I'll play these strings until they fray, giving every ghost a place to stay. Smoke knows my secrets better than I do. It wraps around the silence where loved ones grew. Oh, the night keeps pouring like a vintage wine, a bittersweet toast to what was never mine. If tomorrow finally calls my name, it'll find the embers, not the flame. Till then I'll sing what shadows always knew. Smoke knows my secrets better than I do. Room 214 still smells like cheap cologne. A Bible in the drawer, untouched, alone. The ice machine keeps coughing down the hall, like it remembers every late night call. A faded postcard curls beneath the lamp, its colors giving in, its edges damp. I paid for one more night, not one more dream. Funny how those never mean the same thing. The television glows without a sound, throwing borrowed daylight all around. I'm southbound on Mercy Street, where every promise drags its tired feet. No angels waiting by the county line, just old motel signs running out of shine. If redemption has an address, it crossed my path but left no message. So I'll keep driving where the blacktop meets the lonely end of Mercy Street. An old waitress called me home at 2:30, like she'd been saving that word just to get me through. She filled my cup before I had to ask, kindness wearing an ordinary mask. Outside, a diesel groaned against the rain, pulling someone else's life away again. Funny how strange a smile can last, longer than the love you thought would always last. The map is folded wrong inside my hand. Maybe getting lost was always part of the plan. I'm southbound on Mercy Street, where every promise drags its tired feet. No angels waiting by the county line, just old motel signs running out of shine. If redemption has an address, it crossed my path but left no message. So I'll keep driving where the blacktop meets the lonely end of Mercy Street. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe it whispers through a coffee cup, a highway hymn, a waitress who'll never know she kept a man from disappearing. Maybe that's enough. And I'm southbound on Mercy Street, but something finally changed in me. The road's still cracked, the night's still long, yet somehow it don't feel as wrong. Hope didn't fall from the sky above, it arrived dressed like everyday love. And if tomorrow asks where I've been, tell it I finally let the light get in. Somewhere south of Mercy Street. Night's been leaning on my shoulder, like an old friend growing colder. Streetlights bloom on shattered stone, making every stranger look like home. The train cries low beyond the tracks, like it knows who never made it back. I keep your memory in my coat, folded between a prayer and a note. Some storms don't flood the river's bend, they only drown what might have been. The rain still owes me you tonight. One more dance beneath the traffic lights, one more chance to hear your name before the silence claims the flame. The clouds keep painting shades of blue, but every drop falls short of you. Till the sky makes truth come through, the rain still owes me you. The whiskey shines like liquid gold, trying to warm a heart gone cold. My guitar speaks with tired strings about the cost of beautiful things. The jukebox spins another lie, saying every goodbye learns to die. But some echoes outlive the sound, still breathing when no one's around. Time wears polished leather shoes, it walks away spark beneath the neon light, one more laugh inside this room, before the roses forget to bloom. The clouds keep painting shades of gray, you back my way. So I let the thunder sing what's true. The rain still owes me you. If love was only meant to stay, why does its shadow never fade away? The moon keeps every secret still, watching broken hearts ignore their will. Maybe every soul that's torn apart leaves a little weather in the heart. The rain still owes me you tonight. settle what they do. The rain still owes me you. Rain keeps riding on the windshield glass, like every memory refuses to pass. Neon halos tremble in a tired glow, painting broken saints on the streets below. My shadow knows the bars before I do. Every empty stool still remembers you. A glass of bourbon burns but never heals. Some wounds are measured by the way silence feels. Every red light says don't go on. Every heartbeat echoes all alone. Midnight wears my name tonight, buttoned up in smoke and blue neon light. I've been talking to ghosts that answer too well, buying another round in a private hell. If love was fire, these ashes still remain. The storm moved on, but it left the rain. So I keep walking where the lost hearts came, because midnight wears my name. Guitar cries softer than a guilty man, playing every promise that slipped through my hand. Streetlights shimmer like forgotten gold, beautiful enough to make the darkness bold. Your perfume faded from my old coat sleeve, but not from the places I still can't leave. The city's breathing through cracked motel signs, keeping time with these restless nights of mine. Whiskey never tells me I'm wrong, it just lets me carry the night alone. Midnight wears my name tonight, buttoned up in smoke and blue neon light. I've been talking to ghosts that answer too well, buying another round in a private hell. If love was fire, these ashes still remain. The storm moved on, but it left the rain. So I keep walking where the lost hearts came, because midnight wears my name. Maybe tomorrow we'll forget this phase. Maybe dawn will finally slow its chase. But until the sunrise learns my pain, I'll sing with thunder, smoke and rain. Not looking for mercy, not asking to be saved. Some souls become the songs they couldn't escape. Midnight wears my name tonight, holding every scar beneath the city lights. The blues don't leave, they just learn your skin. turning every ending into where you begin. If heaven is listening beyond the rain, tell it I was faithful to the flame. One last chord, one last pour rain, and midnight still wears my name. Every Friday, age 17, that old diner fills with the same routine. Coffee steams, forks scrape porcelain. Some folks arrive, some never walk in again. Lucy still asks if I want the usual, then catches herself with a guilty smile. She knows I stopped coming here for the food. I came because this was where I still had you. Funny how a room can keep a heartbeat long after the people are gone. You're still here, in the chair by the window. You're still here, in the dust and the echoes. I close my eyes, you laugh like you never left. Maybe love don't disappear, maybe it just learns how to be remembered. You're still here. The jukebox swallowed another quarter, played that old Sam Cooke song you loved. I almost reached across the table, almost said, listen to this part. Then I smiled at nobody. Outside, a boy chased his father's shadow, holding a paper airplane against the wind. For a second, the whole world forgot to be broken. Maybe healing isn't moving on, maybe it's learning how to carry someone without feeling the weight. You're still here, in the chair by the window. You're still here, in the dust and the echoes. I close my eyes, you laugh like you never left. Maybe love don't disappear, maybe it just learns how to be remembered. You're still here, this little corner booth into forever. You're still here when the morning finds me. You're still here in every kindness life leaves behind me. If memory has a heartbeat, it sounds just like your name. Some people leave this world, but love refuses. You're still here. You're still here. You're still here. There's a church at the edge of Miller Road. No service tonight. No choir. No preacher. Just an old bell that hasn't rung since the night you left. We used to park beneath those maple trees, windows down, radio low, pretending the whole world could wait another hour. You always counted stars, I counted reasons to stay a little longer. Funny, you were planning a future. I was busy believing tomorrow couldn't break us. Now every Sunday, the wind reaches that bell, pulls, pushes, begging it to remember its voice. Ring just once for me, one sound strong enough to shake these years loose. Like she never walked away, like the night still knows our names, like love can cross the distance between memory and mercy. Rain before my heart forgets how hope used to sound. Last winter, a little girl asked her father, "Daddy, why doesn't that bell sing anymore?" He smiled, the way grown men do when they don't have a gentle answer. Some silences become part of the town, just like old trees or cracked sidewalks. Everybody notices, nobody fixes them. Maybe broken things don't need another chance. Maybe they just need someone willing to listen. Not because she's coming back, not because time rewinds, for the man who finally learned that love was never measured by how long it stayed, but by how deeply it echoed one last time. So this old heart can finally answer. father used to say, if a man can't forgive himself, he'll spend his whole life looking for someone else who will. I never understood him until tonight. I keep your old Zippo in the pocket of a coat I don't even wear anymore. It hasn't sparked in years, still I can't throw it away. Funny thing about fire, it doesn't disappear. It remembers every scratch on that lighter, knows a version of me I'd give anything to meet again. I thought time buried the truth, turns out it only taught it how to whisper. I'm carrying ashes where my heart should be. Every road I take brings them back to me. If I could trade every mile I've known, I'd give this whole life for one ride back home. These hands still shake, not from the whiskey, from everything I never said. Mama's front porch still leans toward the road, like she's waiting for headlights that already came and went. The wind spins that old chime out of rhythm now, almost right, just enough wrong to make it hurt. I used to think home was a place, now I think it's a voice. The saddest lies are the ones you tell yourself long enough to believe. I'm carrying ashes, but maybe not alone. Maybe every broken soul carries pieces of somewhere they can't return. If love survives anything, maybe forgiveness does too. And if tomorrow still remembers my name, I'll stop running, even if I'm the last one waiting for me. The porch still leans the way it always did, like it's carrying every secret we tried to keep. Screen door sings the same tired note every time the night pulls on its coat. There's a coffee ring on the windowsill. You said you'd wipe it off, I never will. Some things disappear without a sound. Some things choose to stay around. Your coat ain't hanging by the stairs, but I still move like it's standing there. The floorboards know the weight of grief. They answer softer underneath my feet. A picture frame catches afternoon light, turning dust into something almost bright. Funny how an empty room can speak without saying anything. People think silence means nothing's left. They've never listened long enough. This old house listened when nobody else could. It heard every I'm sorry, every I wish I would've. The walls never judged, the windows never lied. They just held our voices long after they died. If these boards could breathe, they tell you the truth. Love doesn't leave, it changes the room. The oak out back still drops its leaves right where you used to read. The mailbox rattles in the wind, still waiting on a letter that won't come in. I almost sold this place last spring, packed every box, every little thing. Then I heard the front door gently sigh, like it was asking me, not yet. A house ain't built from brick and pine. It's every ordinary Tuesday night, every laugh that echoed down the hall, every picture crooked on the wall. Maybe that's why I can't walk away. I'd be leaving more than a place. This old house listened when my heart couldn't speak. It carried every season, every crack inside of me. One day, someone else will paint these weathered walls, never knowing how much love still lives beneath them all. And if you ever wonder where forever begins, sometimes it's in an old house that never stopped listening.